let me address the question the following way. India is fundamental for us as Schaeffler Group. Yeah? Not only within the APAC region, where for sure it has an outstanding relevance in India, but if I look at the wider Schaeffler Group. And I want to look at it from two different perspectives. First of all, we want to be in India for the Indian market and across all the different sectors. Second, we also obviously want to be in India to contribute to other parts of the world when it comes to export hub. We are here at the Automechanica, which very much focuses in its core on the spare parts business. But it's very important to take into account that we are a strong local player at the end of the day across the different sectors that we play in. So it is new mobility, like electric mobility, we have the ICE engine, we have the spare parts, but we also have a very strong industrial business in India that spans across different sectors like wind and rail, for example. And that's very important. We're much more than automotive. In order to look at it, you need to understand what happened in Schaeffler in the last 1, 2 to 3 years. You for sure have heard about the merger that we did with Vitesco together. And even before that, both companies have been within their separate portfolio, been very strong on the two-wheeler side. Schaeffler maybe more traditionally coming from clutch and bearing-related parts. The former Vitesco part more on engine-related components, and that's exactly what comes together now. As one system, as one Schaeffler we are there, and we can do the entire range when it comes to engine components, be it fuel injectors, be it clutches, be it sensors where we are very strong, and that comes out of one hand, and you can you can and you will expect from their innovative products and also high quality products for our clients. And that holds true for the OEM parts, where you have beautiful regional players, local players, but you also have obviously global OEMs that are in the two-wheeler business in India and also especially in the ASEAN market where we want to offer these products. Let me maybe stick to India. We are playing in both of these fields. So we have committed more than a decade very clear ago that we also want to be the major provider when it comes to e-mobility solutions. The merger of the Vitesco only underlines this. So when you go out on our booth, you will see, for example, an e-axle that we produce locally here in India, in Pune, for one of the clients in India. Which is not just a so-called electronic motor. No, it's a combination in one system. We call it a 3-in-1 axle that combines an electronic motor, it combines the whole power electronic, and it also combines the transmission behind it. And we want to have this locally, so fit for the market solutions. So this is one very important pillar. On the other hand, it's not only about e-mobility, so we need to take into account and also where we come from in the past, the ICE business, and we need to take into account it will be a strong market in India and also in certain parts around the globe. And this is also what we do locally in India with the different local players, but also for global OEMs, which are coming more and more into India. And last but not least, it's not about the black and white. It's not only about having e-mobility or ICE. There's something in between that is very important. It's a HEV infrastructure. And that is the combination of the two in different kinds of placements of the engine. And that might be, we don't know in how far it will be relevant for India, but I have at least some thoughts on that. That might also be a very fundamental technology in India. So you need to play in between the two extremes, but also in the middle. And we are here to do that. First of all, it's a wonderful achievement. After almost 2 decades, I'm still buzzing that this was concluded. It's a wonderful use, and it fits very well if you look what's happening around the world. There's a lot of movement in there. It fits very well into that you need strong partners. You need strong selected partners, and EU and India are a wonderful fit there if you look at the different portfolios what we have. This goes into intellectual property. It's not only about goods, but it's about a strong collaboration. So that's the first thing what I deeply appreciate, that this is suddenly happening. And there's obviously, since it's a mutual agreement, there's something for both, for the EU, but the same for India. And I would have the hope personally, obviously, that we see much more happening here in India. Also maybe more European brands, but they will need local sourcing. So that is something where it is extremely important for us. But that's not only focus about production. Let's talk about also the intellectual property in India. I've mentioned before, we do local developments here with beautiful talents that we have. So we should also take this into account, what can come out of India for EU or for the world. So I'm very grateful that this finally has happened. There's been a strong push, a strong support for the economy. You could take about the GST reform in the last quarter 2025. So it fits very well to make India even stronger in the future.